Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a, overview video of some of my favorite 1911s over the years, going back to the Colt Special Combat by Umrex here. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I'm really a huge 1911 fan. I don't know what it is. I just like the 1911s. Maybe it's because back in the day I used to watch Magnum PI. I think I've watched every episode multiple times of the original Magnum PIs, not the new one. The new one's pretty good too. I hope that they start making more of them. But the original Tom Selleck Magnum PI, and he always had the classic 1911 A1 that he would brandish as his PI sidearm, or whatever you want to call it. You know, he'd always get shot in the shoulder. I think Magnum's been shot in the shoulder at least a half dozen, maybe a dozen times throughout the episodes. He always got one in the shoulder. Strangely enough, he didn't have like 12 bullet hole wounds in his shoulder. But anyways, it's TV, right? We can elaborate. Getting back to the 1911s, maybe that started it off. I don't know. But I really like the 1911s. I own a few. I've had some. I've shot some. I really like the way they shoot. They just have a different slide action. It's a little heavier. It's a little slower. I just like the way they feel in the hand. I like the fact that, I mean, they typically, people think they're a huge gun. You know, they're at least a couple pounds because they're solid, you know, steel, most of them, or at least the older ones. Some maybe the new modern ones might have polymer frames. But, you know, the old school 1911s, a couple pounds at least. But they're thin. They're not bulky. They're very thin, like this way, right? A lot of newer modern guns are a little thicker. So they're not as big as you think. So yeah, and they fit in the hand pretty good. Most people, the size of the grips, it's just a very comfortable gun to hold. It's a comfortable gun to shoot. Obviously, it's a classic gun going back to 1911. That's why it's called the 1911. And so we'll start with this Umrex Colt Special Combat. This was the first, as far as I know, well, other than maybe some, you know, older daisies or crossbows that were kind of 1911, but they were more like the plastic sort of, not so realistic versions. This was the first realistic version of a 1911 in a CO2 BB gun. It has a working slide. It has a full-size dropout metal magazine, okay? And you know what? It doesn't have blowback, but that's okay. It had single and double action trigger. It has adjustable sights. It looks really cool. This was it. I mean, when this came out with the two-tone and the chrome and everything and the working slide and the realistic, it doesn't have a 1911 trigger. That's the only thing that really kind of is the drawback. Because it doesn't have blowback, you can't have that single action 1911 short trigger. But other than that, this gun was just like, whoa, so cool, kind of tactical looking, awesome. So that was one of my first 1911s that I really got excited about. We'll just be putting boxes everywhere here. Next, KWC, which I've mentioned this in tons of these 1911 videos. KWC came out with the, well, I'm not going to say the Tanfoglio Witness, but they came out with the 1911. The Tanfoglio Witness is a Cybergun product. So Cybergun is a company that basically licenses names. So they've got different licenses like Swiss Arms. They had Tanfoglio back in the day. I don't know if they have it anymore. Different licensing names. They bought this product from KWC, put the Tanfoglio Witness licensing on it. And this was one of the first 1911s that had full blowback, right? So full blowback operation. Full-size dropout metal magazine, all metal gun. This gun really was the end-all, be-all, and still is. I mean, if you have a Tanfoglio Witness, you got one of the original KWC licensed Tanfoglio Witness. That's pretty cool, right? So this gun was it. You know, this is like a classic A1. You've single action, really short trigger. I don't think there's anything in it. I hope not. I don't tend to have CO2 in these yet. No CO2. Just your standard 1911 A1. Beautiful gun. And, you know, that was awesome. So that's got to be one of my faves going way back. You know, if I had to keep, I don't know, if I had to get rid of all of them, I'd probably just keep this one because it has so much history for me and everything. And just it's, you know, it just goes back. Now, I'm going to be showing you a lot of KWC guns here because most of these guns are KWC guns. They're just branded, relicensed through other companies that buy them and license them and resell them. But this is a KWC product. It's the M1911 A1, TAC A1. And by the way, I'll try and remember to put as many links for these in the description so you can actually check out the video reviews if I have them for them. on YouTube or on the webpage. I might put the links to the webpage, or I might put links to the actual videos on YouTube. I'm not sure, but a place for you to find them. So this is another KWC 1911. The magazines will work in all of these KWC guns. A lot of the parts you can mix and match. You can put the slide on the other one. They're all the same. They just have, like, this is just a more tactical version, right? So you've got the ambidextrous safety. You've got the white dot sights. You've got the, skeletonized, or, you've got the drilled out trigger. You've got an actual rail here on it. You've got different tactical grips, but the gun is the same, right? Like, all these parts you can mix and match. This was nice, because now we had some really cool guns with more tactical, more modernized 1911s. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's keep moving on. I'm not even really going to say which is my favorite. I mean, they're all my favorites. And I don't know. I mean, again, another KWC gun, but this one is licensed through SIG. It's the Sig Sauer 1911. It's the We the People 1911. This is probably the coolest looking 1911. I got to tell you, it's got a metal grips with the stars on it. It's the US We the People version. It's tactical, so it's got ambidextrous. You got ambidextrous safety. You've got you've got the, again, skeletonized trigger. You've got the white dot sights on it. It's just a really nice gun, but it's not over the top, so it doesn't have a rail on it. I like the cleanness of the frame that doesn't have the rail. I kind of like that. I'm not the kind of person that's going to put a lot of stuff on the rail. I like to keep guns, just with the iron sights for the most part. Not that a laser isn't useful, but I wouldn't put a tack light on something like this or a laser. It just is a really nice gun. All these guns have pretty much working everything, including the grip safeties, fully working, fully field strippable. So that's the We the People. I don't have a box for it. Well, I do, but it's more of that one comes in a clamshell. Not so cool. All right, so Swiss Arms. I've got two of them because I can't decide which one I want to show. One is more of a classic 1911, and one's more of the tactical, modernized 1911. I'll take them out and show you. But this is the Swiss Arms. It's, again, distributed through Cybergun out of the US. And I'll just show you them both. Why not? I can get them both out. I like the stainless. I mean, it's beautiful stainless slides. And then you kind of have, I don't know what you want to call this, tackerized or pockerized frame. It's kind of like, it's not stainless, but it's kind of got a bit of a texture. It's pretty cool. So it's got that. Again, KWC guns. This is the more tactical version. This would be the SA 1911 Tactical with the rail system. Again, all modernized. You got the chrome barrel, right? You've got color matched magazines. You've got ambidextrous safeties. You've got a rail on this one. You've got the drilled out trigger safety. You've got skeletonized hammer on it. Like, nice gun, really nice gun. And then, sorry about the hoarse throat. And here's your sort of more like A1 version, just simple, but it does have, the nice finish, the stainless and the pockerized finish. I can't remember if that's how you, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a different finish, but it's pockerized, I think, something like that. All right, so those are the Swiss Arms. Those are got to be some of the most nicest looking KWC 1911s. If you want a tack version, you get the tack rail system one, or just get the A1 version. Depends on how clean you want it to be, how original to the 1911 you want it to be. All right, we're getting down there. So Springfield Arms. So they came out, so it's an Air Venturi product with the Springfield Arms licensing. And again, this is another KWC 1911. So all these parts can be mixed and matched, all back and forth. And this is just a nice, clean looking 1911, but it does have the chrome barrel. It does have the nice wood grips with the Springfield Armory logo and branding on it. Just a nice, clean 1911. I do like the way this gun looks. It's going to perform like all the other KWCs out there. It just happens to be licensed to Springfield Armory and distributed by, again, Air Venturi. So you're getting the theme here. Most of these guns are KWC, with the exception of the Colt Special Combat. And then last but not least, another Umarex product licensed with the Colt name brand, so Umarex has the Colt licensing. So generally speaking, if you have a Colt licensed gun. It's from Umarex, but that doesn't mean it's made by Umarex. They're more of a distribution company than a manufacturer. So this again is another KWC 1911, but it's got the distressed look, and it's a typical 1911A1. It's got the Colt licensing. It's just a really nice looking gun. It was a limited edition, I believe. Yeah, limited edition. I don't believe you can get it anymore. They have come out with similar limited edition versions, but they're slightly different and packaged slightly different and slightly different naming conventions on them. But hopefully Umarex make some more guns like this in the future, because they've been very popular. I got to tell you, all these KWC 1911s, super popular guns over the years. We get them in, we sell out of them all the time. We're constantly replenishing stock for all the different versions of them out there, whether they're distributed through Umarex, through Air Venturi, whether they're Gletscher or Cybergun, or who knows, or SIG. They're all super popular. All right, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite 1911s, the ones that kind of have some meaning to me. Going back to the original Colt Special Combat. That one started it all off, and then of course the Tanfoglio Witness shortly after that just brought even more realism to the 1911 airgun brand, and it's only gotten better since then. All right, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll try to put links. Basically, I'm not probably going to link to each and every gun to buy it, but I'll put a link to our store where you can go hunt around for different versions, because there's so many different versions of these 1911s. You can just look around, find one that appeals to you. I will try to put some links for some of the reviews so that you can see them a little. I'll put the tabletop video review in there if I can find one for each gun, so that you can see it a little closer up and get more specifications and details on it. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care.